Hey, welcome to the reality check. We're warming it up, getting ready to hit the bricks next month, hopefully, and turn up the heat out here on the national stage. Today was the end of Title 42. They've been talking about the border being closed. The border's not closed. Everyone knows that. It's a farce. Uh, Mayorkas needs his behind whipped. Somebody needs to jump over the desk, go up to Mayorkas and punch him square in the face when he says the border is closed. He knows it's not. So look, not that that's going to happen because Charles Butler's not there, but that's what I would do and pay the little fine. It would be worth it to see the pain on his face and to tell him to stop lying. Because that's all he's doing is lying to the American people. Uh, these people are coming here, who are coming across the border. Let's be clear who they are. They're not coming here because they want to be Americans. They're coming here for jobs. They're coming here for a better way of life. They're not coming here to participate in America. We will mess around here and bring all these damn illegals in here who are scared of guns. But their countries are all taken over by dictators because why? They have no guns. You see, this is a serious issue here. You're getting people in this country who don't have our values, whether they're from Eastern Europe or whether they're from Africa or whether they're from South America or Asia. These people we don't want, hey, these are people who are oppressed and suppressed. We don't need them in this country, period. We let 1 million people legally in this country every year. That's more than any other country in the world. And that's far too many as far as I'm concerned. We have 46 million foreign-born people in the country. We got what, 320 million Americans? That's enough. Cut it off. The Immigration Act of 1965 was put in play by Democrats on purpose to affect the progress of black Americans after they got the civil rights bills passed. True story. We'll talk about that, and I'll talk about that in my book. But the Immigration Act of 1965, look it up. Racist ass immigration bill bringing all these foreign people to America to get in front of black Americans or Negroes or coloreds or whatever we were called in those days. Title 42. Round these people up who are here without documentation. I don't care how long they've been here. Take them back to wherever they were, drop them off, and if they come back, put them in prison. You want to help the prison population. And by the way, I am not for prison reform. I am not for immigration reform. We have great immigration laws. Enforce the immigration laws. That's what we need to do. Not pass new immigration. No, we need to enforce the immigration laws that are on the books. Pure and simple. When we look at where we're going to be next year, it's going to be bad shape. Trump needs to address these issues. I'm sure he will. When he was in office, we had the border secure. People weren't coming because he told Mexico, hey, you let them up, I'm going to take you foreign aid. Why are we still giving these people foreign aid? Why are we paying any, you hear people go like Condoleezza Rice, oh, the foreign aid is just a blip in the national budget. Well, give that blip to Chicago. Give that blip to Nashville. Give that blip to Memphis or Detroit or Jacksonville. Okay, not to a foreign entity. How do we get that? How do we get payback on that money? We don't. It's a stupid strategy put forth by these college boys and girls who don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. When are we going to get smart, America? That's why they didn't want Donald Trump in office. He's a businessman. He's practical. He's pragmatic. He gets the job done for Americans. Put Americans first. I've always been that way. I've always been a nationalist. Put Americans first. I don't care about China. I don't care about some poor ass Mexicans or Europeans. I don't care. But I do care about Americans. I care about the people in Appalachia. I care about the people in Louisiana, in the Ninth Ward. I care about those people. They should have an opportunity to pursue the American dream. Remember the Schwarzkopf brothers who did the Boston Marathon bombing. What was their biggest hang-up? Oh, the American dream just passed me by. I didn't get rich in America. I mean, these guys were totally disillusioned. about America and what the outcomes in America are. Now we're talking about DEI, or I call it DIE because it's going to be dead and it's going to die soon. But this diversity, equity, and inclusion, I'm not interested in it. It doesn't work. Let's go back to our basics. Give me an opportunity and get the hell out my way. Simple. Give me an opportunity and get out of my way. Give me a fair playing field. I talk about fair playing fields, and people often talk about sports and how it's fair, and it's not race is not in the sports business. Yeah, it is. Baseball lowered the mound because Bob Gibson was smoking people. Baseball lowered the mound. Okay, no telling how many more strikeouts Gibson would have had. That's how hard he threw. Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, they widened the lane so that people could get in the lane because these guys clogged the lane up with their reach. Okay, 3-point line put in so that more people could participate. Just saying. I remember when dunking was outlawed in high school and college basketball because of Lou Alcindor and because of the other black guys who were dunking in the game. Now, after Lou left college ball and went to the pros, they, lifted the ban on dunking. Tiger Woods, tigerizing the greens, watering the greens down so that the ball would slip off when Tiger would hit it. I'm just saying. Those are the things that race is involved in them, no question, because they're black men who they're aiming at slowing down or impeding or putting obstacles in front of. Just, an aside. But we have to focus on getting these people out of our country because simply that's why we've had a resurgence of measles, of chickenpox, of tuberculosis, because these people are not vaccinated. They bring tuberculosis, measles, dengue fever, and just a whole host of diseases that have been eradicated in America, been totally eradicated. And that's something to think about on the surface. Then you bring people in these people here, they're ignorant, they don't comprehend their ghetto Spanish, because Spanish in the Americas is like Ebonics, and they don't even comprehend that. Nobody talks about that, though, because they don't want to appear racist. This whole race thing has been blown out of proportion. America, we need to get over it and get moving forward, because the Chinese are right on our ass. We need to bring manufacturing back from China, by the way. Bill Clinton in China. Woo! Bill Clinton got big payouts from China. 5 people went to prison behind Bill Clinton and campaign contributions from China and the CCP, China Communist Party of China. Just saying. Come on, people. Wake up. Let's go. Chinese spies just found one in Boston. You can find one anywhere they work, because the CCP is saying if you don't give us information, we will kill your family. That's the excuse they use. Don't hire these people. And they try to make like these people are so smart. The Asians are so, if they were so goddamn smart, how come they didn't send a man to the moon? How come they don't build the best airplanes in the world? How come they don't build the best computers in the world? Those things were all done by who? Americans. And I'm tired of these so-called industry leaders of the universe disparaging us. The only one who is really in key with making America great and keeping us at the forefront is Jamie Dimon. Jamie's very clear about that, where he stands on that. And he stood with President Trump. Well, it's a whole nother story. We'll get into that, maybe, next week or week after next. But look out for this. Call your congressman, call your senator, tell him you don't approve of this illegal immigration surge and you want these people out of the country. I was just thinking that we can talk about what's going on in the country, but we need to have some action. And that action is for you guys to pick up the phone, call the your representatives, and leave that message. Okay, gotcha. Real quick, let's see. My Warriors. My Warriors are going to do well. They play tonight. They play the Lakers, and I hope they come out and tie the series up, come back for a game 7 and take it. But hey, that may be wishful thinking because who knows if Klay Thomas is going to show up or not. That's the big deal right now. I was looking at I'm just reading the thing here. Oh, the Marine that killed the subway hassler criminal, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, did the guy go too far? No question. He choked the man out. I mean, I know from my training as a taekwondoist and combat training, there comes a point where if you want the person to live, you have to, release the chokehold. He didn't. The man died. It's unfortunate. I think it's an accident. It's something he has to live with all his life. But more importantly, why didn't someone stop this guy from hassling the people? This guy, he was on a rap for hitting a woman, 65-year-old woman in the face. So it's not like he's a nice guy. He's a violent guy. And subduing this guy was in the best interest of probably everyone in the car. Now, they want us to sit back and second guess what this person is going to do. I don't second guess. I tell them to leave me alone. And if they go, or else what, or what, and what if I don't, then my next move is very hostile. Because it says to me that they're not taking me serious. They're not concerned about my safety and what I think. And this has been going on in the black community ever since I can remember, where these people, they hassle you. I remember this cop sat there and watch a criminal, known criminal, commit assault and battery against me and not make a move. White boy. Now, Sam Hudson. Sam Hudson was a criminal. He ended up killing a young white paper boy who was a good friend of my family's. And we were rivals. I delivered the Detroit paper, Detroit News. His family delivered the Oakland Press. And they killed that boy. I had to be 20. So that was, 50 years ago or more that they killed that boy. He never went to his high school prom. There were Christmases that he didn't see. Why? Because the police wouldn't put Sam Hudson's ass in jail where he belonged. He hassled people. He was in people's faces. But that's the kind of policing that goes on in black communities. It has been going on. If you talk to any black person now, you say, "Well, I'm going to get the police will get you if you protect yourself." You can't really do that to a person because the police will get you. That's the brainwashing. That's the conditioning, the social conditioning that black people have had to live with because their communities have been usurped. Their communities have had drugs put in them. Their communities had the police in collusion with drug dealers to allow the flow of drugs in the goddamn community. That's why they didn't want the Black Panthers in the community. Example. Black Panthers were killed, Fred Hampton, killed in their beds in Chicago. Everybody that I know who knew Fred Hampton said he was brilliant. One of the most brilliant people you'd ever want to meet. Everybody that I know says that. Wasn't violent. They cleaned up the neighborhoods. Look, if you're selling drugs here tomorrow, if you pimping here tomorrow, if you prostituting here tomorrow, you have to deal with us. They cleaned up the neighborhoods. They started Head Start. You know, we call it Head Start, but that was really a Black Panther program, feeding the kids in the morning. Where were their lazy ass mamas? We paid their lazy ass mamas food stamps and gave them food to feed these kids, and they too damn lazy to get up and feed them. You know, we need to hold women responsible for their vaginas. Don't talk about men, because let me say this. If you don't want to get pregnant, woman, you won't get pregnant. I could pour a quart of sperm in your vagina every night, and you will not get pregnant if you're on the pill or if you have an IUD. An IUD. Yeah. Or some other form of contraception. That's just the way it is. You can argue that, but it's a hollow argument. It's moot. So, moving forward, we have to hold folks accountable. But I really feel sorry for that Marine, because I'm sure he didn't mean to kill that guy, but you know, the guy was just threatening them. You know, he was threatening. He was aggressive, and he needed to be dealt with. You know, these homeless people need to know, leave people alone. We don't need and we don't want to be involved in your nonsense. People have problems of their own. Anyway, look, enjoy the banter here. Think about what I had to say. Check some of my facts, and you know, leave some comments, and we'll get back to you. But we're gonna start the show. We're gonna kick the show off on I don't know which network yet, but we'll be out there streaming live for you. The Reality Check with CB, and you know why I'm laughing is because my little production thing here is running a little late. Damn near everything. People in the bottle, baby.